Testing 1, 2. Well, firstly, hello everybody. I hope everyone's doing well. Lady Blue Phoenix here, joining you from Essex. Uh, it's odd because it's now just got really lovely and it's really sunny. And usually during this time, I would be probably packing my lovely suitcase with all my burlesque gear to go to a show, but I'm joining you from home instead. So I hope everyone's doing well. So, firstly, originally I am from Seattle, Washington, west coast of the States. Lived there until I was 26, and then I traveled to Japan, lived in Japan for 5 years. Yes, I do speak Japanese. Not well. Little bits here and there. And, well, then I moved to England in 2012 due to me living my life while living in Japan. And I've been here since 2012, so about 8 years. I've always loved dance, always enjoyed dance. In America, I did a lot of hip hop and street dance and fire dance and belly dance and ballet and gymnastics. You know, when you're little and your parents kind of do the whole, let's get you into doing some, extracurricular activities. Yeah, I think I did almost every extracurricular activity I could think of growing up. But a lot of them were mostly dance. And then, well, obviously in Japan I didn't do lots of dancing, so I kind of stopped and then got here and ended up going to a burlesque show in South End, where I discovered the lovely art form of burlesque. And I had my reservations at it first. Burlesque can look a bit intimidating if you're an audience member and you've never seen it before. It's amazing, it's inspiring, it's moving, and in the same sense, it can be scary. But once you get that bug, that itch to try, that itch of, oh, I want to be up there and be on the stage, you go for it. And that's what happened. I kind of went for it, even though my husband more or less told me with the lovely voice that he does of, you don't have to be a size 0 to do burlesque. I think you'll be fine. Go try it. And if you don't like it, it's all right. You've tried. So I tried it. And I've now been doing burlesque since 2016, I think it is. Yeah, 2016. So 4 years coming up soon, which is very long. It seems a bit longer sometimes. So yeah, been doing burlesque for about 4 years. Have a variety of acts. I have acts that I've tried that I don't keep. And acts that I'm upgrading. This weekend you'll see an upgraded version of my very first act, I think it is actually. And yeah, it'll be nice, it'll be different. And I'm trying to think here. See, it's really hard when you're doing a live video and no one's here to ask you the questions. You're just doing it by yourself. So let me see, do I have any live thing? Oh, hello, Chris. Hello, John Celeste. Hello, you guys. Hope you are well. So yes, be sure if you do have any questions for me, please ask away. Do not be shy, because I don't want to just sit here and talk to myself forever. Well, not forever, for a while. So interact with me. I promise it'll be fine. Let me check over here also. Oh yeah. So yeah, but then I decided to do burlesque, and I now am part of well, two really amazing families. Firstly, well, actually three. I'm not sure yet about the third one. It's still have to get confirmation, but definitely two. The first family I'm part of is the Rocks and the Foxes. This is a new one. Just got made a member in December. It's been really lovely having that family down in Portsmouth. Um, it's a lot of fun, and I've been down back and forth with them since 2016. So it's a nice sisterhood. The second family I'm a part of is Under Hooray Cabaret and their burlesque show called Milk. I'm part of the Milky family. So it's great. It's a brilliant show. If you got a chance to catch it, we did a show 2 weeks ago, and I did a brand new debut act and broke the internet. Yeah, Facebook banned me. So I'm very sorry to keep my clothes on this time. Or I'll get censored again, Facebook. So yeah. So yes, and it's been a really great journey for me so far for Les. I've made lots of friends, lots of connections. I've traveled to different countries. I've been a person who lived in America and then moved and moved. I never thought I would have ever traveled as much as I have in my life, and I'm starting to enjoy it. I mean, it's nice being able to see different countries and share such an art form, because burlesque to me, it's not just dance, it's art. You're giving people, the best way to put it is, you're letting people see your soul behind your eyes. You're giving them that chance to have a peek inside of you and see how you express an emotion or deal with a incident or something. It's kind of like you show them a reflection of yourself on stage, and it can be used as such a powerful tool to inspire people, to make people think. And I love it, and it's been great being able to travel and share that and see it in all the acts I've seen in burlesque. It's been an absolutely brilliant journey. Hello, Amber. Hello, Spider. Hello, Holly. Let's see, Spider. What's my favorite act to perform? Whew. Ooh, that's a hard one. It's hard because I have two that I really love. The first one is the one that I will be performing this weekend that I'm changing, especially to do from home, which is my Mad Hatter act. I'm a massive Alice in Wonderland fan. I'm a huge Alice the Madness Returns fan. So I'm really well invested in that act. And that act was my baby. When I started out, that was the one act I wanted to make sure saw life on stage. And the reason why it's hard, and this next one is a close second, it would be Columbia, which is my political act, which I do jointly with Honest John. And the reason I love that act is it has such a powerful message and meaning behind it, that a lot of people can interpret it in different ways, but it's always interpreted in the same way. And the message is always the same to the majority of people, even with what they see or feel. At the end of the performance, everyone understands clearly what the message is. Next up, Amber Murray. Do you ever get nervous, and do you think it's helped your confidence? Yes. I'm nervous right now, if you can't tell. Yes, I do get nervous. Being a performer and carrying that confidence that you learn and get from performing through your life can be hard. And sometimes you have to do it. I get nervous in crowds. Yes, I know, it's amusing. Big groups of people, I do get a bit nervous. Nervous going to new places. Nervous performing new acts. And I still get stage fright. I still get nervous before I go and perform. And the best thing I can always say is it's all about grounding. It's all about feeling the energy of the room and feeling the energy that's around you. And especially with burlesque, because we all are like a family. Everyone backstage is always so lovely and is always so welcoming that if you're backstage and you do get anxious and you do get nervous, it's just that grounding to feel that energy of everyone who is there with you, performing with you, the love that we have backstage for each other, to just calm and center yourself, to prepare yourself to go on stage sometimes. But being nervous and knowing how to deal with it now has definitely improved my confidence in real life. Yeah, definitely. It's a great thing being able to take some of the things that I've learned in burlesque and actually translate them into real life. So yes, definitely something that does happen and probably will always happen. What's been my favorite moment? Hello, Chris. Chris Whitehead, everyone. He is an amazing artist who lives in Glasgow, and he drew me an amazing picture of myself in one of my act costumes that now hangs in my room, and very talented. Hiya, Chris. What's been my favorite moment? Oh gosh. Oh, that's another hard one. Oh, I may have to think about that and get back to that one. That's a hard one. That's a difficult one. You're making me think. All right. So another thing, what are my inspirations when I do burlesque? What's my passions and what are my dream acts? Well, a lot of the acts that I do in burlesque have some kind of hidden personal meaning behind them for me. Like I create acts from energy or even experiences that I feel in real life or things I want to share, and it's like that. I get inspired by games or events that I love, to even wanting to express my views and opinions on things that are going in the current world. So that's my inspirations. That's what inspires me for dancing. My inspirations, I really want to create like one of my inspirations that I really want to do is I want to up my spot fire game. So I want to learn how to spin fire again. I want to learn how to sew. I have a sewing machine, and I have taken so many different mini sewing classes, and I've sewn a costume and things like that, but I'm still scared to sew. So I think during this lovely time indoors, I'm going to learn how to sew. Maybe. Another thing that I'm inspiring to do is learn other varieties of dance, learn to be more flexible, just little bits and pieces. My dream acts. Again, that's a hard one. I'm gonna have to get back to that one. All right, so with every good burlesque act, you have the idea and obviously the routine and the music. See, with me, I usually do the music. I listen to lots of rock and I listen to lots of a variety of music. I do think I have some things on my playlist that would shock some people. Maybe they would think, I would never think you would listen to that song. Really? But it's always, for me, is music first, and it's usually music that stirs a feeling in me like a strong emotion that I think that I can use that emotion to translate into an idea or a routine on stage. Um, and sometimes I want to express my opinion on something, and the routine will come first. So it is touch and go for me, but I will think about 80% of the time it's music first. And I'm always looking for music from different sources. So if anyone does music, hey, never know. Um, how do you painlessly remove a nipple tassel? Okay, so I found a tip. I was given a tip, and this is when I went to Berlin in 2018 for Berlin Burlesque Week. And I was backstage, and I was sitting there trying to take off my very nice made nipple tassels. So I'm sitting there and I'm peeling. I'm going, ah. And one of the performers comes up to me. She's like, "What are you doing?" "Oh, I'm removing my nipple tassel." "Oh, you should put oil on it first." And I kid you not, a little bit of baby oil came right off painlessly and removed all the glue, all the stickiness. Also works for makeup. I kid you not, I swear by this stuff now. So hands up, baby oil. What's my most memorable performance? Okay, back to that question. I've been asked it twice, and I cannot, I guess, avoid it. Oh, that's a really hard question. Oh my gosh. Oh, I've had a lot of memorable performances, and this is what's so hard, is because each performance and each time I perform has a different energy, has a different act, has a different feel to it. I don't think I can pin down one moment being my most memorable moment, because I've cherished all of the moments I've ever had in burlesque. So that is what I'm going to say on that one. I am avoiding it, and I know that is not a great, like, straightforward answer, but that's how I'm putting it for now. Oh gosh. um let's see. How did I get to choose my name? So my name has a very personal meaning to me. Growing up, I didn't always have like the best of all things in life. And in uni, I was struggling. I remember at work one time, I had just had a really bad time the previous week. And I was still at work. I was still going along my day, still happy and chipper. And everyone's just kind of like, like, how is she still? And I was talking to one of the head chefs, and we were sitting there, and I was assisting him that day. So I was helping him chop all the veg up that he was using to make what was the name of the day? Teriyaki chicken. And he just looked at me and he's like, you're a very strong woman. You know that. I'm like, yeah. And he's like, last week you were sitting here upset, and now you're back. You're like a phoenix. He's like, you have a fire in you. You keep going. It's like you may get knocked back 5 steps, but you come back 8. So you never let anything get you down. I looked and I was like, oh, that's very nice. He's like, I think that's gonna be your nickname. You're Phoenix from now on. I'm like, but wait, don't phoenixes like cause fires? And he's like, yeah, remember last week when you put the bread rolls in the oven? Yeah, they caught fire. Oh, thanks for that. So I got the nickname Phoenix. Blue was added on because blue is a color that I am very fond of. It, for me, is a very relaxing and empowering color. It's also in two of my other favorite colors, which is purple and green. So I like blue. And Lady, well, originally I was going to be Blue Phoenix, but I think I saw that it was already taken by a company, so I decided not to do Phoenix. And then I was going to do Phoenix, but then I saw that song was already Phoenix. And I was going to do Lady Phoenix. And I met the lovely Lady Phoenix. And I was like, okay, so I can't do Lady Phoenix, but I think I'm going to do Lady Blue Phoenix. And that is how I got my name. And me and Lady Phoenix were really good friends. And I get called Lady Blue a lot. And I've always thought maybe I should shorten it to Lady Blue, but nah. I think it's going to be Lady Blue Phoenix, LBP. That's going to be me forever. So that's how I got my name. Let's see. Other questions that have been asked. If you could give advice to yourself when you're starting, what would it be? Well, when I was starting out burlesque, it was good. Like my first initial start was okay. And then it hit a bit of a rough patch, and I actually almost quit. I actually almost quit doing burlesque at one point. Yeah, I kind of hit a bit of a low patch with my mentor. I mean, originally, if I'm honest, I've started doing burlesque in 2013. And that was when I was starting to do it and was getting lessons and things of that nature. And then I had a big, massive falling out with my mentor at the time. And I stopped doing burlesque until 2015. I stopped. Didn't perform for a whole year, didn't look at it, packed all my stuff away. And then I ended up moving. We moved from where I was to where we are now, living now. And I decided to get back into it and started up with Love Your Burlesque, who used to be Gems Burlesque. Was taught by the lovely Faye Alate and Kimmy Von Shimmy and all of those lovely ladies of that group. And ended up meeting with Ruby Jones, who is my amazing mentor and amazing person. Love them to bits. They've actually helped me gain a lot of my confidence and inspired me to continue on with burlesque. So massive shout for Ruby Jones, who has been words of wisdom and my strength for a lot of my acts that I've done. So yeah, and I think the advice I would give myself is that, especially in the beginning, it would be, do not let anyone tell you what you can or can't do, and do not let other people's opinions hurt you so much. Burlesque can be great, and sometimes it can be, you know, it has its ups and downs, especially if you are a larger performer. And a lot of the times it can be great, and sometimes you do catch quite, people in the wings and comments and things like that. But you have to be able to just know in yourself that you are amazing, no matter what you look like and no matter what society says. And that is, to me, the biggest advice I would give myself starting out, which is, if you can get through this, you'll be fine, you know, and not to give up. So that is the advice I would give to myself when I was starting, is just not give up, keep going through, and, you know, keep your head, keep a stiff upper lip and your head held high. Do you have a favorite performer or act? It's that question again. I think I addressed that one. Do I have a favorite performer? I have many favorite performers. And again, it's really hard because I know so many amazing performers. So That is a very hard question indeed. And I'm going to have to do a think about it because I have been inspired and I've met so many amazing performers in my time of doing burlesque, and it's been an honor and privilege to perform and meet all of them. Hey, Kelly Miles. Hi. I'm doing good. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, again, please ask questions. The box is here. I can see it. You can ask me things. Um, if I could give future performers advice, what would it be? Oh, see, when I started doing burlesque, I got advice here and there and as I went along. So I think the best advice I would say, and I would give anyone who's starting out in burlesque, is definitely to ensure that any act you do or any act that you want to do is an act that is, well, one that, I guess what I'm trying to say is one that you will be proud of. A lot of people have acts either that are cultural appropriated and things, and that's not okay. And that is an issue in the industry. However, again, if you're starting out and you want to borrow other cultures, items, costumes, etc., I think it's best if you think about an act before you do an act, and always ask questions, always talk to people. I think that is the one thing I would say and advise any performers is when you have an act idea, talk to people. We have groups where the burlesque community, I think, is the one community where I can go in and ask people advice about acts or ideas or opinions on music and get good advice. And it's not that we're even just community, we're a family. So definitely, if you are a new performer and you're thinking about an idea and you have questions about an idea or have questions about, is this music being used? Has this idea been made? Ask the family, ask the burlesque community. We're always happy to help. Hello, Celeste. How are you? The lovely Celeste is here. Hi. All right. Let's see. I am looking for more questions. If anyone has any questions, you can ask me. Anything at all. Oh, Roxy's asked me one. Could you eat a 16-inch munchie box by yourself? It depends on what's in it and have I eaten at all during the day. Because when I went up to Glasgow, I did actually have a munchie box. I ate half of it in the evening and I had the other half in the morning. Does that count? I'm looking, give me a minute. I'm just seeing if there's any other questions I have not answered. No. So, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about a few things that I'm going to be up to while I am in lockdown, because I don't have any other questions yet. So firstly, obviously, I'm performing tomorrow evening, so you can come and see me and my garden, which I will be, well, in all day tomorrow, getting ready for all of you to come and see it. So I will be performing then. And then I will be doing my political act Columbia with Honest John on May 16th for the Stonewall Housing Charity. Columbia is, dare I say, Columbia is an act that if anyone has or hasn't seen it but has heard about it, it's a lovely political act. It's a political satire. It touches on a lot of things that I think need to be expressed and said and, well, brought to the surface. And it's an act that I made in response to my angst of 2016. And I think it's been 2016 to 2020. So there we are. So yes, so when that is, obviously I have a link for that, information for that. I will be posting that up on my page. And if anyone watching isn't, a fan of my page yet, it's Lady Blue Phoenix on Instagram and on Facebook. And Celeste, you will help me with the munchie box. I'll think about it. Maybe if we get a big munchie box, then yes. My daughter just said, "Who's that?" I said, "Lady Blue Phoenix," and she says she likes you. Oh, tell Kelly, tell your lovely daughter hello from me. All right. So I'm still seeing if anyone else has any other questions they want to ask me. Anything at all. No, doesn't seem like it. Oh, either you just like hearing me talk, which would be weird. So what else am I going to be? Oh, Glasgow Burlesque Festival. Will you come back to Glasgow, please? All right. So my story about going to Glasgow, I have to actually share that. I've never been to Glasgow. I got to go to Scotland for the first time last year to both Edinburgh for a family trip and Glasgow. And I decided to do Glasgow by bus. So I took the train to London. I got on the bus at about 11 o'clock in the evening and drove all the way to Glasgow on a bus. And I ended up getting there at 7 in the morning. I was tired and I did not know where to go. And I got on my phone and I was looking on my phone and I was having a little bit of a panic attack. And one of the bus drivers saw me and came up and was very lovely and told me directions, and I got to my hostel fine. And Glaswegians, you are absolutely lovely people, hands down. I was so worried and things. I don't travel alone a lot, so it was really nice and it was so welcoming, and I got to meet so many amazing people while I was in Glasgow. So yes, I will happily come back. That is on the top of my list. Do not worry. So yes, I will. Honestly, I almost came back and tried to convince my husband to move to Glasgow. It didn't work, but I tried. What is my favorite costume part? Oh, Celeste has asked me what is my favorite costume part. I'm gonna have to say the accessories, the things you get to leave on after the reveal, because in burlesque, it's not just the clothing or the garments you wear, it's also the accessories, because eventually when everything's off, that's what's going to be what you want to accent. That's going to accentuate either your face or your makeup or your message. So I think definitely the accessories are my favorite part. Plus anything to buy something shiny. A bit of a magpie. Or a bit of a dragon, whichever one you think. Maybe a cat. Yeah. Chris Whitehead has asked, have I had any funny moments? See, it depends. I've had various, actually, yes, I have had one funny moment. So, and I'm remembering this moment because I'm just remembered the act. It is, I have an act based off the video game Grim Fandango, which I performed quite a lot, and is actually a award-winning act now. It won the 2017 Rocks with the Foxes Alternative Cabaret battle. And I performed it a lot at Comic Cons. I performed at the Froome Comic Con last year, and I've performed it in London quite a lot at the Show Me Your Moves burlesque video game show. And I remember when I first started this act, pasties do not like me. Assholes definitely do not like me either. And assholes are nipple tassels on your ass. And you think, okay, not a problem. They'll stick on there. I was getting ready for a Show Me Your Moves show upstairs and needed someone to help glue my assholes on. And I had 5 people volunteer to do it. And this amazing picture of 2 people having glued and holding my assholes on firmly, because every time we put them on and let go, they fell off. And other people just sitting there and putting glue on top. And I'm just like, oh gosh, that is the worst yet most amusing picture ever. But so that would be my funny moment. Me actually getting my assholes or my nipple tassels or my pasties to stick. Because, yeah, maybe not. So yes, that is my funny moment. Let's see, what else? Don't see any other questions yet, so I will see what else I can share with you. I am also going to be hopefully performing soon at another online show. I have to just sort out the date, so hopefully, fingers crossed, that will be happening soon. So yes, not much more for me to share, I don't think. I'm still looking for questions if anyone has anything they want to ask. And if not, then I might have to sign off. So, how do I relax after a show? I've been asked by Roxy. I don't know there's a such thing as relaxing for me after a show. I'd have to ask my husband about that, because I seem to have more energy after I've performed than I did before performing. I guess adrenaline is an amazing thing, and usually adrenaline can be like, yay, I'm awake, and I'm more awake, and it's 3 hours later. But I do think that the best thing that I do remember for relaxing is, again, I'll put on some music, I'll do some stretches. It's always important to stretch after you perform. I'm saying this because I used to not stretch and I regret that. So always stretch before and after. Always, always, always. So I'll do some stretches, I'll listen to some music. If I'm at home, I may drink a cup of green tea, actually. You know, everyone needs something to shut down. So I try to do that to relax. And if not, then usually I just try to get to a quiet place and just relax. It just depends on how far I've traveled and where I'm going to. But if I'm with good friends and good company, and we're all sitting or also buzzing to talk about the show, then I usually am the last person to go home. Oh, sorry, notification. And hello, Victoria. Yes, the struggles of my assholes and tassels. It is very famous. Yes, the struggle is real. It's very real. Well, I am trying to think of anything else I can share with you. Well, during lockdown, I am revamping some acts, and I'm also creating a few new acts. I'm actually breaking out a LED staff and practicing a few of my staff. And I'm also creating a few other acts that I can't share any details about because they're acts I'm going to be doing with Honest John, who I'm convinced to make a page finally. I'm also working on doing a lot of the tech side of burlesque things, so music, sound, audio, video, bits like that, getting more familiar with that, and actually going to be making a web page soon because I have decided I'm going to start selling merchandise. It's something I've been putting off and thinking about it, and it's that whole thought to myself of, am I established enough and known enough, and should I? And I think I finally have decided that I'm going to go ahead and start selling a little bit of merchandise. So keep your eyes peeled because hopefully I'll start selling it from my Facebook fan page. Ooh. I'm getting a chance to practice. I'm done a few. I said I did a new act with Milk that got shut down. Yeah. And I'm trying to practice every day. When it's sunny outside, I get to go to spin my poi about and maybe do a few dance moves here and there. I think my neighbors do sometimes think, what am I getting up to in my yard or in our house? And I think my cats appreciate it less than when I first started. When I first started, it was always like, oh yeah, mommy is dancing about, and oh, she's having things spin and I can try to catch them. And now it's like, oh my gosh, she's dancing again and she's keeping me awake. Oh. So yes, I am getting to practice and my cats don't even appreciate it. So that's what I'm doing currently is I'm just, I guess you could say creating, because when you're in burlesque, you never actually stop creating. You're always getting inspired. You're always constantly wanting to learn a new skill or improve an old skill. So that is completely what I'm up to during this, well, interesting time is the best way to put it. Very interesting time. I think I didn't expect 2020 to be such a varied year. I mean, I will say that my day job, because I do have a lovely new day job, is actually one that allows me to do more creating also, because I have weekends off. So hopefully I'll be able to do more shows. Yay! But yes, that is all I can share right now. If you are interested in anything, like any of the acts I'm creating things, I'm going to start updating and plugging away on my social media pages a lot more. And hopefully you will get a chance to see a few of the new creations that come out. So from the pictures to the other merchandise. Mm. And last but not least, I got asked this one time at a show, and it was pretty much, if I could choose my dream destination to perform, where would it be? And it's really difficult because there's so many places I haven't yet been to and traveled to yet. But I would have to say, I would definitely think I would probably want to go back to where my dream location was that started me on this lovely chapter of my life, which is I would want to go back to Japan and perform there on stage once. and see my friends who still live there and things like that and share this art form with them. I think that would be my dream location to go back to. However, my other dream is to definitely go do a tour around America. That is one thing I would not mind doing. So who knows if anyone is watching. And of course, right now though, when this is all over, I'm going to start looking into traveling more to Europe, because I have enjoyed going over to Europe every time I've gone. So Europe, get ready, because I'm going to try to come there next soon. Thank you so much for everyone who has joined me. If you want to, you can tip me. I'm not going to ask for tips, but you're more than welcome to. The link is there. I want to say goodbye to everyone who has joined me and who has asked questions. I hope you've enjoyed getting to, well, see a little bit behind the curtain of my life as I'm sitting in my lovely back room, which is actually a lovely view of our garden, so it's not all that bad. Thank you so much, Roxy, for having me. And I will hopefully see all of you Saturday. Please, please, please come watch the show. Morningstar, Rockheart, myself, loads of other performers are going to be performing this weekend. Come give a shout. Come watch the show. You know you want to. And until then, lots of love for me. Take it easy. Bye.